Hello everyone, welcome back to Dvika's Talent Show. Today we're gonna learn about long. Today we're gonna learn about long division. So let's get right to it. Long division. What does it mean? It's to split an amount into equal parts. So the vocab is. But we're gonna learn, friends. We're gonna learn about some vocab we might use in the equations. And this one is 10 divided by 2. The 10 is the dividend, the 2 is the divisor, and the 5 is the answer, but it's called the quotient. The steps in division is, the first step is to divide. The second step is to multiply. The third step is to subtract. And the fourth step is to bring down. So we're going to follow these steps to answer this question. 75 divided by 5. The 7 is bigger than the 5, but it's good. But we need to find the nearest smallest number, and that's 5. So we need to write 1 on top because 5 comes in one time. We need to subtract the 5 from the 7, and then we need to subtract it, and that equals 2. Then you need to bring down the 5, and then you need to add that number will come 25. Then you need to write 5 on top of the next to the 1, and then you need to times 5, and that will equals 25. So you write 25 beneath 25. Then you need to subtract it, and then your answer will become 0. So your quotient should be 15. Check your work. You can check your work by multiplying the dividing quotient together. Your answer should be equal to the dividend. 15 times 5 equals 75. Okay, now we have another one that I'm going to share with you. 123 divided by 3. So let me show you. Tell me when you're starting.
Start.
Okay, so our question was 123 divided by 3. The 1 is less than the 3, so you need to consider the next number. That comes in 4 times in the 3 timetable, so you need to write 4 on top. Then you need to multiply this. You need to multiply these together, and that is 12. So we write 12 underneath, but we need to subtract it. That equals 0. Then you have to bring down the 3, and 3 comes in one time. So you need to write 1 on top of the 3. Then you need to multiply 1 times 3, and that's 3. So you write 3 underneath, and then you need to subtract 3, and it's 0. Let's do a cross check, guys. 141 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. So this one should be the same as this one, and that means your calculation is correct. Stop. So our next equation is 945 divided by 5. 9 is bigger than 5, but is not in the 5 timetable. So you need to find the nearest smallest number. and that is 5. And it comes in 1 time, so you need to write 1 on top. Then you need to multiply 1 times 5, and that is 5. So you write 5 underneath and subtract it. That equals 4. Then you need to bring down that 4, and then you write 4, and that becomes 44. Then you need 44 does not come in the 5 timetable. So what you need to do is find the nearest smallest number, and that would be 40. So you write, and 40 comes in 8 times, so write 8 on top. Then you write 40. And you need to subtract it. 4 minus 0 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0, so 4 would be there. Then you have to bring down that 5 because you need to use all of it, and then you bring that 5 next to the 4, and that number will become 45. 45 comes in the 5 timetable, but it comes in 9 times, so you write 9 on top. Then you need to subtract 45, and that will become 0. Guys, now let's do our cross check. 189 times 5. 5 times 9 is 45. So you write 4 here and the 5 at the bottom. Then 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Then you add the 4, 44. Then 4 will go here and 4 will go on top. Then 5 times 1 is 5. Add the 4, and that's 9. So if the division was 945, your calculation should be correct. Okay, so our next calculation is 471 divided by 2. 4 is in the 2 timetable and comes 2 times, you write 2 on top. 2 times 2 is 4, so you need to write 4 underneath and subtract it. That will equal 0. Then you need to bring down the 7 here and find the nearest smallest number. That is 6. So the 6 comes in, so you need to write the 6 and subtract it. The 6 comes in 3 times, so you write 3 on top here. Then that will become 1. But then you have one more number, so you bring that down, and that will become 11. 11 doesn't become in the 2 timetable, so you need to put 10 here and subtract it. Then you need to write the 5 here because that 10 comes in 5 times. Then the 10, the 1 minus 10, 0 is 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So let's do our cross check, guys. 2, 3, 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10, so you write 0 and 1 on top. 2 times 3 is 6, and you write 7 here. Then 2 times 2 is 4. But then we still have a remainder, so we need to add our 1 and then it'll become 471. So if your division was that, your answer is correct. I hope you liked today's video. So like and subscribe to Advika's Talent Show. But if you need to learn more, if you don't really understand, in the meantime, I'll make some more presentations so you can understand. Until then, you can practice with your parents or carers. And we'll see you next time. And also make sure you comment down the answer that you would think for the other questions. Bye, guys.